it's me Aaroosh, and today I will be reviewing the books I read in 2023 and 2024. So I put up a poll on my Instagram and you guys chose what video I was gonna film. So let's get to that. And first of all, I'm gonna be reviewing the series I read, and then we're gonna move on to the standalones. Also, don't mind the umbrella. I don't know what it's doing there, but you should keep an umbrella with you at all times. Let's see. Okay, first of all, we have the Lockwood & Co. series by Jonathan Stroud. So I read these books and never mind. So these books were a straight up 5-star from my side. So the books revolve around so the main plot is that psychic investigations are in demand as never before. So what happens is that if a person dies, their ghost comes back as a visitor. So the books revolve. So what happens is that kids from ages 9 to 19 can see and hear these ghosts, and then the books revolve around 3 of these agents who are gonna work together to catch these ghosts. It is a very thick plot, but I don't want to spoil it for you guys. So if I were to suggest the books, I would say it is a good read. You should go read it. And Jonathan Stroud actually writes in a very amazing way. It's simple, but it's witty and it's funny, and I really liked it. If I have to talk about a favorite character from the series, it has to be either Lucy or Lockwood. Lockwood is a sassy boy, and then Lucy, she's like a girl boss. You're definitely gonna like them if you read these books. So I suggest that you go read these right now, because these are amazing books. The next books we have are the Cruel Prince series. So this series, it was like the first fantasy series I've ever read, other than the Chronicles of Narnia. You know. So I got like major into reading last year. Yeah, last year, 2023. I got into reading like in a big amount last year, and these were like my first high lore fantasy reads, and I really liked it. The first book was a 4-star because at first it was a bit slow paced, but then suddenly after like the coronation, everything just flew up, and Jude was such a girl boss. Like Jude was amazing. I love Jude. And then in the second book, I hated Cardan in this book. Cardan was like such a mean boy. And then for this book, he got a bit better, but then the ending, what he pulled at the ending, like Cardan, why? So it had me thinking, and then I was like, I need the second book. Third book, I had the third book with me, and I started reading ASAP, and then it was a satisfying plot, a satisfying ending, and I can't wait to read The Stolen Hire and then The Prisoner's Throne. I've heard good things about that too, and since it's in the same universe, we're gonna give it a try. So these books were a 4.5 rating for me. I just cut out a 0.5 because the plot was a bit slow here, and if you like politics, this is definitely it for you. If you like, if you're not into politics, then I don't know if you'll like it as much. But you can tag along for Cardan if you want, because, most people read for Cardan, stay for Jude. The next books we have are The Inheritance Games. These books are so old money coded, old money rich, mysterious, posh. I loved the aesthetic of these books. And the first book was amazing. It was nicely paced. It made me want to read more. The second book, I don't really remember what happened in this book. It was a very forgettable book. But then the final gambit, it was a nice paced book. This was like the only 5-star out of the whole series. This one was a 3.5 because it lagged a bit, and then it wasn't like that much high stake as it's branded. They say that it's a high stake book, but in my opinion, it wasn't that high stake. And then the first book was okay. It was a good book, 4-star read. And then for The Brothers Hawthorne, the point of view suddenly changed. It took me a chapter to figure out who was writing. At first I thought it was Avery, but then I was like, this is third person. So that was one thing that I found odd. But otherwise, it was a good book too. And these series, overall, I would give them a 4. So it was a good book series. I liked it. And next, we have a standalone, The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. I read this like a month ago, and the starting was very nice. The writing was amazing too, and I liked it, but then the ending was a bit unsatisfactory. So because at first I was like, this has to be something major, but in the end it turned out to be a very low stake ending, and I didn't really like it. So this book was a 3.54 star from my side. The writing was amazing though. Lucy Foley writes amazingly, and I really liked the multiple POV because that was good, and it didn't like reveal much, but it told us a lot about the characters. So I loved the point of view choice, and the writing was good too. So this book was a 3.5 or a 4 star. Let's move on to the next. So the next book we have here is the Shatter Me books. So I'm only halfway through the series. Oh yeah, I finished the 4th book yesterday, and it's very depressing after the 3rd book. Ignite Me was the happiest book. This book was kind of depressing because Juliette was in the asylum and all. And the 2nd book, this was a 5 star from my side. But anyways, so if I rate all of these books one by one, this book was a 4 star. This one was a 5 star. I liked it so much, I even ruined the cover page with quotes I liked. And Kenji was so iconic in these books. Kenji, like whenever Juliette was depressed or sad or anything, Kenji was like, girl, we know you have problems, okay? We know you're sad, we know you're depressed. Everyone is depressed. You're not special. Shut up, fix everything, get up, you have stuff to do. And Kenji is such a meme. He's like the only reason I was reading the books, because humor. We love humor. Also, why do you guys hate Kent? Why do you guys hate Adam? Because I'm 4 books in, okay? I read Restore Me. I'm gonna start Define Me after the novel of Find Me, but why do we hate Adam? Okay, fine. He's glad Juliette was dead, and then he was sad that she's alive. That's it. He's such a good guy. In my opinion, Adam is overhated. I don't know why, but I'm still not done with the series, so who knows? Maybe he does something super bad, but he's just trying to keep James alive. He's trying to keep his little brother alive. We should not hate him for that. Family first. Learn that, you guys. So 3 books in, and then I forgot to bring Restore Me. But Restore Me was so depressing. Like in the beginning, it was okay, and then Aaron got a panic attack because Juliette broke up with him, and then Juliette got. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to give you guys a spoiler alert. Anyways, now we have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. These books, solid 5 star. All of the books, 5 star. The first book, amazingly crafted. Ravi Singh, we love you. And then the second book, I don't know why you guys didn't like it, but most of the people said that the second book was off from the real plot, but I really liked it. It was engaging. I read this in like 2 days. I read this one in 2 days too. And then this book, why am I even trying to say something? It's a 5 star. The writing, the plot, good. It was so sad. It was so depressing. The way Pip was so traumatized, it traumatized me. And then the ending, we were robbed of Ravi and Pip. Like the scene where, the last scene before, I'm not even gonna say anything because I'm gonna end up spoiling it, but the last book is traumatizing and sad and depressing. So if you're sensitive, do not read that book. Next up, we have The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Do not come at me for that, okay? This guy, his book, he wrote the book, okay? So The Silent Patient, it was a fine book. The plot twist was the finest. It was like the best plot twist I've ever read, other than the one in Lockwood & Co. and in The Cruel Prince. You know, of course, The Good Girl's Guide to Murder books had a great plot twist, but these, it was something I never expected. Like when I read the plot twist, I had to just like pause and stare at the book for like 5 minutes. Then I went over to my mom and ranted to her about it, and then she was like, okay. And then I came back, I finished the book, I ranted to some friends about it, and yeah, it was an overall good read. But in the beginning, it did lag a bit, and it really wasn't my type because I'm more of the young adult fiction girly, and it was about old people, so I don't like old people. It was a 3.5 star from my side. Then we have the best books I've ever read, 6 of Crows. I still have to start Crooked Kingdom. But now, next up, we have 6 of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. These books, amazing. Book, because I haven't read Crooked Kingdom yet, but the plot, the characters, first of all, the way Leigh wrote all of the characters, they were so diverse, and this was 3rd person, but yet I know so much about every character in depth. And I really liked how she kept the point of view omniscient. I think that's what you call it. She kept it to one character, limited in one chapter. I really liked that part. And the heist, Kaz, Inej, Nina, Matthias, Jesper, Wyland, all of them, so amazing. I love the book. The six Crows are awesome. And you guys scare me with Crooked Kingdom chapter 40. I don't know what's gonna happen there, but if it's sad, then I'm committing arson. Anyways, the next book we have The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. I actually borrowed this from a friend, and I still have to return it, but I just wanted to give you guys a review for it. I'm reading Catching Fire right now, but the first book, 5 star. Did I give 6 of Crows a rating? I did not. 5 star. You guys already know. Anyways, The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. This book was a 5 star too. The way Suzanne wrote very simply, and then it was like simple writing, but then it was intense writing. The plot, The Hunger Games, I can't believe I didn't read these earlier. It was a 5 star book. I really liked Katniss, and Peeta is such a sweetheart. We love Peeta. The last book on the list is The DaVinci Code by Dan Brown. So this was a 5 star read. I loved this book. The plot was very nice. The way it was linked to symbology, ideology, all of that stuff, I liked it. It was actually very informative too. I learned a few things, and overall, it was a good read. Dan Brown writes amazingly. I actually got The Origin by Dan Brown too, and I'm gonna read that soon too. And this book was a 4.5 star, a 5 star because it was a bit slow at some parts, because in the beginning I literally did not understand what was going on at all, and then I understood a bit, and then I read the books. I liked it. 4.5 or 5 star. I love these books. Now, these are all of the books I have read so far, 2023 and 2024. Thank you guys for watching. And one last book I did not mention was this book. This is, yeah, I've been editing the book, The Echoes of Arabic Stygian. This is the book I wrote, and it's hopefully going to be out this year or the next. So you guys better read it or buy it, because I'm working to publish it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and comment down below which one of these books you've read, which one of my opinions you agree with, which ones you disagree with. Please be nice in the comments, because I like almost every book I read. Still, I'll update you guys on more books I read. Comment what more content you guys want to see. Drop a subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.